Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this very special, unplanned live stream. This wasn't planned. I had no idea what we were going to be doing today, but I wanted to do something, and I wanted to do something that was going to be easy, fun. I wanted to do something that was going to be a bit of a palate cleanser. Obviously, there's a lot of storylines that are going on at the moment. We've been having some pretty big epic shows. At the time of recording this, it was AEW All Out, which went for 5 hours or whatever, including the pre-show. So I just wanted something that was just going to be really simple, really fun, something that we could just sit back, relax and enjoy. And I was trying to figure out what that show was. I was trying to figure out what that show would be. And then, of course, it dawned on me that we haven't watched Canadian Stampede, In Your House Canadian Stampede. Now, for those of you that aren't aware of this show, it's really built around one match. That is the Hart Foundation taking on a collective of baby faces, loads of good guys that are trying to stand up to the evil Hart Foundation. So, Bret Hart, Owen Hart, British Bulldog, Brian Pillman, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, all family members, apart from Pillman, but Pillman had trained in the Hart Dungeon. So, but other than that, all family members. And, they were all heels. And they were going up against the likes of Stone Cold Steve Austin and Goldust and Legion of Doom and Ken Shamrock. And it was just this massive 10-man war. That's what it was. So it's really built around that match. And as well as that, we do have the WWF Championship on the line. Undertaker is the champion, defending against Vader. We're going to see some of the best light heavyweights, cruiserweights, if you will, in TAKA Michinoku taking on the great Sasuke. And then we've also got Hunter Hearst Helmsley in action as well. So, the card is great. It doesn't go very long. It's built around one mega match. And as well as that, we've got the Undertaker and the WWE Championship on the line, WWF Championship. So, yeah, this is why we're doing it. This is why we're doing it. I just wanted something that we hadn't seen, that I know is a really great show, and something we can just have a bit of fun with. So, yeah. Anna says, shout out to you, Anna Dawes, says, it's been a good day. I painted my kitchen, and now it's finally finished. That's good. That's good. I hope everyone is having a good day today. Chalmers, shout out to you, my friend. Let me just speak for a second to the members of the channel as well. Everyone that's got their names in green. If you took part in our predictions game, it's absolutely at the top of my agenda. I've got to tell you, after last night's stream, I stayed up for quite a bit. I wanted to kind of see what Twitter's reaction was to AEW All Out. I wanted to see what the latest news on Matt Hardy was. I wanted to just kind of get a vibe, because obviously it'd been such a big show, and I think the community was quite split on it as to whether it had been a success or not. So I wanted to see what Twitter was saying. So I stayed up quite a bit. So it meant that I went to bed quite late. It meant that I got up quite late. So I got up, I've had something to eat, sorted out what we're going to be watching, did a few of the little bits and bobs that needed to be done. So the predictions game, top of my agenda. As soon as we're done here, I will be working that out. So the results will be done and published tonight. So that is top of my agenda. But I wanted to make sure that we got a stream done. So here we are. So I hope everyone is finding In Your House Canadian Stampede. It is from July 6th, 1997. And, this is such an exciting time as well. There's so much to talk about. This is such an exciting time because I really think that 97 is one of the key years in the history of wrestling. In 97, that's when WWE are really pulling the trigger about going to an Attitude Era. We're starting to see the seeds being planted. We're not quite there yet, but the seeds are definitely being planted. We've already had WrestleMania 13 at this point. At this point, we've had the double turn. So this is after WrestleMania 13. This is after Stone Cold versus Bret Hart. Obviously, Stone Cold came in as a bad guy. Bret Hart came in as the good guy. By the time the match was over, they'd completely swapped places. Bret Hart left as the bad guy. Stone Cold left as the good guy. And this is just a few months after that. And as we said, the Hart Foundation are the bad guys in this match. But there is another little twist to this story. This show is taking place in Canada. So even though the Hart Foundation are the bad guys here, they are not getting booed in Canada. They're coming down loud and proud with Canadian flags, and the Canadian crowd love them. The rest of the world treat them as heels, but Canada loves them. Of course they do. So, that's just another little wrinkle in the story, but it just adds to it, man. Such a great show. I can't wait to watch this with you guys. I really can't. Sonny says, I've got a babysitting job on Thursday. Okay. Well, have fun, my friend. Shout out to you. Anna Dawes has found it. Jerome Wright, shout out to you, my friend. Brock is coming back to WWE. Yeah, I think so. I've always thought so. I never thought he was going to AEW. There was a sneaky little could he go to UFC? Because you got to know they're going to offer big money, and you got to know that they want him, right? That's a serious threat. I think they could offer him money that would rival what Vince would offer. But he has not put himself forward for the drug testing, so it's not happening. Days, how are you doing today? I'm all right. I was pretty tired after last night's stream. It was kind of I don't know. It was a weird stream. It's one of my least favorite streams. Just really struggled to find the fun and the entertainment in the show. So it's done. Whatever. We move on. I'm looking forward to this. And, of course, got Raw tomorrow as well, so that should be good. So, hey, look, we could sit here and just chat away, but let's not do that. Let's watch the show. The show's not that long. It's only an hour and 48. It's bright. It's breezy. I'm excited. We will press start in 2 minutes. We'll press start at 10 past. It's currently 8 minutes past, so couple of minutes to find the show. In Your House, Canadian Stampede from July of 97. And of course, as I said, the seeds are being planted right here for the Attitude Era. You've got Stone Cold now really emerging. We're on the verge of Hunter Hearst Helmsley starting to become Triple H. He's already got China with him, of course. So, and we've got the Clique already set up at this point. So, it's very, very, very interesting times. And we're just a few months away from the Montreal Screwjob, and that will be the moment. The Survivor Series Montreal Screwjob is really the flame that gets the fire going. So at this point, we're putting all the pieces in place, and the spark will arrive at Survivor Series. So very exciting time. Did you see Tony Khan's update? I did. He said that Matt was fine, which is really great. He said that he passed a CAT scan and all of that kind of stuff. So brilliant. I don't really know what to say. There's clearly going to be an investigation into it. Everyone's already said their thoughts and feelings. I don't think anyone has come out and said, yeah, that went really well. That was perfect. I think that went probably as well as it could have gone. Like, no one is saying that. Even hardcore AEW fans are laying into AEW for the way that it was treated. So, they'll learn from it. And they'll probably get better protocols in place and whatever now, which is what they need. And you know, it's one of those things. I mean, it definitely affected the show. It definitely derailed the show. And I have to be honest, I don't think they got it back on track after. So it's one of them, you know. We should do a Survivor Series 97 watch along, says Dallas. Oh, we will, definitely. Probably when I tried to do the shows around the shows. So around WrestleMania, we did a lot of WrestleMania. Around SummerSlam, we did a lot of SummerSlam. So as soon as you get to Survivor Series, you've got to know that 97, that's I'm reaching for that first. And I'd also like to watch the Sting debut Survivor Series from 2014. So yeah, there's some tasty ones on the way. Right, friends, are we ready? Okay, so it is 10 past now. Actually, it's 11 past, my bad. So in 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. There we go. We are up and running. Right, let's turn this up a little, actually. So we've just got a little intro thing. World Wrestling Federation. Oh, here we go. Video package. The landscape has become a canvas of muted greys. So they're saying that, you know, we haven't really got good guys and bad guys at the moment. We've got a landscape of muted greys. So this video package in black and white is kind of cool. Look, there's the iconic shot from WrestleMania 13. The blood coming down the face of Stone Cold. And the Heart Foundation. I mean, Owen and British Bulldog were tag team champs at WrestleMania. I don't know if they've still got the titles here. But, yeah, they were already a team. And, of course, they're already family anyway. So, Owen and Bulldog, tag team champs. You got Brett, you got Jim the Anvil is always going to come in. And then, as we said, they added Brian Pillman. And here we are. Got the little intro. Canadian Stampede in your house. So we're going to have the In Your House set. I'm excited, man. This show isn't long. No, it's why we chose it. I just wanted something short, bright, breezy. Something that we can just have fun with, get our teeth into. And something that's not going to be like a real chore. So, yeah, just like 1 hour 40 odd. Welcome, everyone! I seem to remember the commentary team are dressed in cowboy attire. Days, I'm a massive fan. Can I get a shout out? Shout out to you, Spencer Hyde. Hope you are well, my friend. Ivan says, can we watch WrestleMania 16? I'm sure we will. We were working our way through them. We did quite a few, but we didn't do that. AKA WrestleMania 2000. I can see the set. There we go. There they all are. In their cowboy attires. We got Jerry the King Lawler, Vince McMahon, Jim Ross. Two of the great light heavyweights coming up, as we said. You can see Heart Foundation t-shirts in the background. It's cool, man. Look at that commentary table as well. There's no cover on top. So used to seeing now a cover on top of the announce tables. Right, and with that, we're going to our first match as well. So it is Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Let's just call him Hunter. Thank you so much for the shout out. It's made my day. No worries, my friend. Making days is what I'm here for. Boom. Okay, that's not worked. That's better. There we go. Hunter Hearst Helmsley making his way down. He's got a wonderful green robe. And I kind of feel like it's around this era that the Mattel figures are set. Johnny Hex says Matt's wife confirmed Matt has a concussion. That's quite interesting because I'm pretty sure Tony Khan says that he didn't have a concussion, so that's kind of interesting. Helmsley at this point, I believe, has won King of the Ring. Hunter. I'm just trying to see if I can find those figures for you. Here they are. So this is let's turn this down. So these two met to find out who would be King of the Ring. And I literally just spoilt that for you by telling you that Hunter would win. He's just come down in a wonderful green robe. And he's also, of course, come down with China. And straight away, it just reminded me, wow, they look like the figures that Mattel recently made. So I'm just going to show you those because it's kind of exciting that you can now get a China figure. There's more China figures on the way as well, but there is an official Mattel China figure that's come out. And this is it right here, look. So that's the robe that Triple H has come down wearing. I want to say this is probably set around 97, 98. This set right here. So you get China, first time to the line for China. You get Triple H, you get that green robe, you get a couple of swappable hands. You also get a couple of belts as well. In fact, that looks like it's the Winged Eagle. That looks like it is the Winged Eagle Championship. And I think the Winged Eagle actually changes at WrestleMania 14. So it absolutely is around this kind of time period. So there's China. There's Triple H. I don't know how hard that is to get. I don't know. I haven't actually got it myself. I might have a look, see if I can pick one up. It's a really cool looking set, man. So that's what Triple H and China look like. And he is taking on someone that he defeated in King of the Ring. And that is Mankind. Mankind making his way down to the ring. And already, this is the cool Mankind. This is the brown attire Mankind. This was always my favourite Mankind. I didn't mind when he went to the black kind of tracksuit bottoms, sweatpants, and the shirt. I didn't mind it, but I always preferred the brown attire. And he drops the leg and we're underway here. Boom. That looks great, says Josh Savage. Oh, yeah, I agree. That set looks awesome, says Imtiaz. Yeah, man. I think we're all on the same page with that one. It does look cool. They did a really good job of making her first figure, but as we said, there are others on the way. So you don't have to buy that to get a China. There will be easier ways. I love that as well. You don't see that anymore. Look at this. Couple of guys with a couple of signs actually walking past the camera. You don't see that. I mean, you don't see crowds anymore. But when there is a crowd, they had their signs and they were like walking along the back. That's fun. Triple H or Hunter Hearst Helmsley on the outside. Johnny Hex says, I've sent you a screenshot. Okay, thank you, my friend. Mr. Rotella, shout out to you. Hope you are well. Jennifer Lockhart, shout out to you as well. I can see you saying thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Sonny. Jennifer, is there something going on? Oh, it is your birthday. Happy birthday, Jennifer. Happy birthday, Jennifer Lockhart, who is 18 today. Happy birthday. Happy 18th birthday, Jennifer Lockhart. Many congratulations. Right, we've got Triple H. He's had enough. Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He's decided he's walking away. He's going up the entrance ramp. It's a pretty serious entrance ramp as well. It's an old school entrance ramp. It's all made out of metal. They're kind of made out of like LED screens now, but this is made out of like metal grating. It's the kind of thing you walk sheep over. Look at that. Suplex by Mankind on the entrance stage. On the entrance ramp, I should say. What's the point in that little patch of carpet at the end? There's no carpet on the entrance ramp. But then right at the end, there's just this little patch of carpet. If I was going to be really crass, if I was going to be that guy, I would say that looks like a Brazilian. But I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be that guy. But the breaking news, the entrance ramp looks like a Brazilian. Back into the ring goes Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Well, he tried to go back into the ring. Mankind clotheslined him, and he collapsed to the outside. It is my 111th birthday. Well, happy 111th birthday to you, Addiction Friction. Right, Mankind has managed to get back into the ring, and he's grabbing the throat of Hunter. Oh, nice work by Chyna. She actually punched Mankind over the head of the referee, and the referee was like, "Did you just hit him?" And she's like, "No." That is some lovely cheating. The ref was actually outside the ring watching the hold. Chyna just came up and punched Mankind over his head. He is going to be so embarrassed when he watches that back. He'll be like, "I can't believe that I missed that. I can't believe she managed to punch him over the top of my head." We're over by the railings. It's kind of cool as well. These are old school railings. There's no barricades here. Oh, that was great. Oh, no, it was awful. Oh, it was great and awful at the same time. Hunter Hearst Helmsley hurled Mankind into Chyna. I thought he was going to knock Chyna down. She just hip-tossed him into the steps. And his foot smashed off those steps. There is nothing soft and cuddly around here. There's a man down, and I don't even know why he's down. Why is that man down? Johnny Hex, shout out to you, my friend. I tell you what, we've got some action here. We got it all kicking off. The referee is missing things. We got Mankind being hip-tossed into ring steps. We got a man just lying down on the floor at ringside for no reason. It is absolute scenes. We got a few people on their feet as well. There's one guy I think is on his phone. And I don't even know if they had mobile phones in 97. Look at this. Boom. Oh, that is awesome. Hunter as well using a chair, and I'm loving this because Mankind is really selling that injury, you know, his foot colliding into the steps, look, and now he's hobbling. Oh, this is good. This is good. Kick to the leg there by Hunter. And again, down goes Mankind. Chyna just standing with her arms folded outside the ring, looking awesome. Hunter has got Mankind's leg. Ah, elbow drop. Right on the knee. I am so into this match. What did Uncle Dave score these matches? That's the big question, isn't it? That's what we all want to know. What did Uncle Dave score these matches? Because I really think this is a really fun opening match. Boos for Hunter as his firing strikes in the corner. Have we got the ratings? We do. Wow. Dave loves this show. That's what I've just learned. This is apparently the worst match on the show, and it gets 3 stars, and that's the worst match on the show. Woo! Nice drop kick right in the knee. I mean, there's only 4 matches on the show, but Uncle Dave loves this show. Okay, Hunter grabbing the legs of Mankind, looking for the figure 4. Boom, there we go. Figure 4 applied. We are in Canada, by the way. We are in, let me tell you exactly where we are. We're in the Saddledome, Calgary. We're in Calgary, of all places, as well. Alberta, Canada. I mean, we're basically in Bret Hart's house. We might as well. This might as well be the Hart Dungeon. We are basically in his house. So, well, we are in your house. We're in your house, Bret Hart. So, Calgary, Alberta, Canada, where Bret Hart and the Hart family are from. It's also where Stampede Wrestling, of course, was based. That's their wrestling promotion. Stu Hart had his own wrestling promotion called Stampede Wrestling. And here we are, in your house, Canadian Stampede. There's no way the Hart Foundation was getting booed. This figure 4 is still applied. Addiction Friction says, I heard there's a dart match that features Huskus and Mantar versus the Godwins. There is a dart match on this show, yes. Let me go to the Wikipedia. And it is the Godwins. It's actually the new Blackjacks. So you got Blackjack Wyndham and Blackjack Bradshaw in a tag match against the Godwins. Down goes Hunter. He kicks Mankind back into the corner. Mankind grabbing his... and he falls down right. Ooh, right into the Helmsleys. Look at that. He falls right into Hunter's Helmsleys. A low blow. China coming round, checking on Hunter's Helmsleys. Mankind up. Big right hand. That's a lovely looking strike. And again. Right in the corner. Hunter going down. Mankind backing away. Charging over. Knee strike. Gotta respect how crisp and how on point these strikes look. So Hunter going over. He really kicked Triple H's arm. Days, beside Undertaker Sting, what else would be a dream match? I don't know. I can't really. I mean, I can make up ones like, you know, I'd love to see Brock against Bruno, and things like that. But realistic ones that could actually happen, I find that, I don't know. Feel free to let me know if anyone's got any. Nice pile driver by Mankind, and Triple H is down. Mankind drapes his arm over. 2.9. 2.9 for Mankind. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we haven't really got... AEW is kind of finding its feet. It's not really there yet. Tag team wrestling's in the toilet, so it's not really any great opponents for the Young Bucks to face. Omega, I don't even know who you would have him go against. Omega versus AJ. But I don't go to bed dreaming of it. But yeah, I was going to say, what, The Fiend versus Brock? I would worry for The Fiend in that match, if I'm being honest. Look, China distracting the ref. And the chair being used. Down goes Mankind. Triple H's got that chair again. Clothesline by China. Mankind goes down. Love China's hair here. She's got great hair. Fiend Undertaker. That would be cool. Fiend versus Cross. AJ versus Bret Hart. Couldn't really do it anymore, could we? Bret Hart's done. He didn't look great at WrestleMania 26 against Vince. It's one of the worst Mania matches, that is. And now we're a good 10 years past that. It's been 10 years since that. Triple H again hitting his Helmsleys. And we got the Mandible Claw. Mandible Claw by Mankind. What's China going to do? China pulling at Mankind. Look at this. She is constantly getting involved. Dragging Mankind into the ring post. So China getting involved again. John says AJ versus Adam Cole. Vintage Foley, says David Paul. I wouldn't be worried for Fiend in that match. I would. Oh, I would. Would Brock put the Fiend over? I don't know that he would. Ricky Steamboat versus Ricochet. I mean, yes. If we're going all time like that, then yes, that'd be crazy. China does have great hair. AJ versus Macho. That would be really cool. He's just thrown Mankind into the railings. We're now in the crowd. The refs just called for the bell on this one. A double count out, so they're calling it a draw. So both guys have been counted out. They're actually fighting now. In the crowd. China's got in the crowd. Look at this. What's China doing? China's jumping on top of someone. Ah, look at this. Mankind is slumping down. It's turned into a brawl. This is cool, man. This has been a really fun match. It's been just a really good match where, like, they've really gone at each other. China's been getting involved. Loads. They've been using chairs. The referee has had no control over this. It's one of the worst referee performances I've ever seen. Hunter just launching himself at Mankind. Really good. Tim White goes down. And now Hunter going over to Mankind. They're locking up. China's in there. Briscoe's trying to separate them. It's good, man. It's a good brawl. Good first match. Good first match. If Drew went over on Brock, I think the Fiend would go over. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really torn on it. I'm really torn on it because I think Drew has got a good look. I think he's... Maybe he would put him over. Maybe he would put him over. I don't know that... I mean, we all know that Brock had no respect for, like, Dean Ambrose. And he was like, I'm just going to show up. I mean, don't forget how that match went. Showed up, buried him. You know? I could just see him doing the same with The Fiend. I don't know how much respect he's got for Bray. I don't know what their relationship's like. We're just seeing them on some kind of float. I don't know what we're watching. Bret Hart signing posters, playing up to the crowd. As we said, Bret very much a face here. Very much a good guy here. Look at all the queues. A mile-long queue. Look at that. That's cool, isn't it? You could meet Bret. Get a signature. That's cool. It's so interesting how he was just such a big face in Canada, but hated in America. Look, they're doing a tug of war. Look at all this extra activities they're doing around this pay-per-view. This is just a In Your House, but they're doing all this kind of stuff. Look. And here he is, Bret the Hitman Hart. I mean, you just cannot explain how big he is here. He is absolutely huge, and certainly in Canada. Even though that kid looks sad. Hart Foundation shirts looking cool. Right, and backstage, Doc Hendricks is with Bret Hart. We can see that Owen is the Intercontinental Champion. The British Bulldog is the European Champion. Here we go, here we go. Who's that? Stone Cold! Stone Cold! He's being held back by Pat Patterson. So Stone Cold coming into the Hart Foundation locker room. Couple of slammies in the background as well. There we go. Doc Hendricks saying, look, it's crazy back here. We've got to move on, guys. We've got to carry on with the show. We've got a couple of fantastic light heavyweights. This should be a really fun match. This should be a high-flying match. Although, in all fairness, compared to what you see these days, it's probably going to be a little bit dull. But Michinoku, TAKA Michinoku against the great Sasuke. Boom. TAKA. It's amazing that out of the Hart Foundation, Brett is the only one left. That's true. That's true. I didn't even think about that. And what I'm thinking about right now is I'm pretty sure that's not how you spell Michinoku. That's what I'm thinking. Mish in Oku. Mish. Yeah, I messed that right up. Boom. The Great Sasuke. So, JR was saying earlier, the Great Sasuke around this time is arguably the best light heavyweight in the world. Arguably the best, like, cruiserweight. I can tell you that he goes on to become a 2-time light heavyweight champion. But not only that, he wins tons of titles in New Japan. Mankind and Hunter are still fighting, though. They still can't control these two. They're still fighting in the crowd. China's still going as well. Ah! This is such a great show. Really building up the rivalry between these two. Trying to pull Mankind off of Hunter. We need to go over to this match. I can tell you, let me just read down all of the championships in New Japan that the great Sasuke won. We've got IWGP Junior Heavyweight, IWGP Junior Tag champ with Jushin Thunder Liger, NWA World Junior Heavyweight, NWA World Middleweight, NWA World Welterweight, UWA World Junior Light Heavyweight, WWA World Junior Light Heavyweight, WAR International Junior Heavyweight. I mean, and it goes on. Those were just the titles he won in New Japan. So, an absolutely brilliant talent. Right, the bell has sounded, and I can tell you that Dave Meltzer gives this match 4 stars. Do not sleep on this match. This is a little lost classic. So, nice spinning back kick. Right, light heavyweight division. TAKA taking on the great Sasuke. And you can tell that JR is really into this match and he's really into these styles. He's taken the lead here. And he is just infusing all over it. I think he might have played a part in bringing these people in, actually. I know he was doing a lot of talent relations. So he's probably really into it because he's played a real big part in bringing these guys in. There's what is the best wrestling company? Oh, I think all wrestling companies have got good and bad elements. I mean, like, I think if you just... It depends what you want. I think there's wrestling that caters for everyone. Look at this nice little throwback. Jerry the King Lawler talking about Antonio Inoki facing Muhammad Ali in what is regarded as one of the first ever MMA fights. Shame a lot of great members of the Hart Foundation have gone. I said before they'd been through a lot of hard times. That's true. Great Sasuke has got... Legs wrapped around the head of TAKA Michinoku. The Hart Foundation had similar bad luck in wrestling like the Von Erichs. Well, I don't know that it's bad luck. I don't know if it's not just the grind of the wrestling world. I mean, the problem is the wrestling world is so demanding that you get into a bad mental place. Certainly, you did back in the day. I mean, there was a lot of drugs. There was a lot of late nights, early mornings. The road just wears you down. The grind just wears you down. The injuries wear you down. So I don't know at what point we say it's not bad luck and it's wrestling. It's what the wrestling business was. Anyway, we're well underway with this match. This is our second match. There's only 4 matches on this card. We're already half an hour into this show. Half an hour into the show. We had a great first match. They're still fighting. Lovely spinning back kick by and a single leg Boston Crab. Yeah. And TAKA going over to the ropes, and the move is broken. Days, who has got the better theme, Ronda Rousey or Shayna Baszler? Ronda Rousey. Although it might be cheating because it's an existing song by Joan Jett that was a hit anyway. So they basically gave her a smash hit as her entrance music. Here we go, TAKA Michinoku, snapmare, drop kick to the back of the head. Grabbing the great Sasuke, another basement drop kick. Was the Dynamite Kid related to the Harts through marriage or just friendly? Just friendly. I believe he was the cousin of Davey. So he was related to Davey. Davey married one of the Hart sisters. So is there a connection through family? I suppose in a way. But at that point, I think it becomes kind of loose, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? I think Dynamite's the cousin of the British Bulldog. And as we said, the British Bulldog married into the Hart family. So there is a connection. There is. But it's kind of loose. It's not as if he married, like, Jim the Anvil. Both guys are down outside the ring. We have got 1 hour 15 left. After this, we've got Undertaker defending the WWF World Heavyweight Championship against Vader. It's Vader time. So, what a match that's going to be. And then our main event, the epic 10-man tag. And it is not often that I say that. Multi-man tag matches just don't interest me at all. Unless it's like a faction thing. And that's what this is. It's the Hart Foundation taking on like Team WW, Team Stone Cold if you want. And there's so many stories that's kind of involved in it. And it is regarded as one of the great matches. TAKA is down in the ring. We've got the great Sasuke back in the corner. TAKA getting up to his feet. Great Sasuke firing in some nice kicks. But gets caught by TAKA. Dragon screw. And down goes the great Sasuke. Basement drop kick right in the knee. Right in the kneecap. Right in the patella. Vader is the stiffest man in wrestling, says David P85. Great Sasuke down on that entrance ramp. Hard metal grid. Grating. It's a shame about Vader. He could have been a monster heel in WWE. By the time he came to WWE, he was kind of at the tail end of his career, wasn't he? He was kind of like the monster in the late 80s, early 90s. By the time we're at 97, he's not in a great place by this point. I got to meet the entire Hart Foundation before the show. They were really nice. It's sad that Brett is the only one around, says Ryan Fannin. Shout out to you, dude. That's really cool. Did you manage to get anything signed? Or did you just, like, shake their hands? Or did you just go, right? Let me know. Vader was not given a proper chance in WWE. Down on his feet. Well, there's quite a few interesting podcasts, isn't there? That was lovely flip by TAKA. TAKA with a head scissor takedown. Down goes the great Sasuke. Just a two. Just a two. Fast action, man. Round, roll up. Lovely work. What two? Kick out. Yeah, there's great podcasts, isn't there? From like Bruce Pritchard and lovely. Back elbow by the great. I can't even tell you and talk to you because this match is so fast-paced. Looking for a springboard moonsault. Springboard moonsault to the outside. But I mean, the way that he did it, he just had a quick glance, did it. Very, very well executed. It wasn't long played out or anything like this. It wasn't like getting in position, having a look around, and we all good, let's do it. It was just like, quick look, straight into it. So fluid. So fluid. Excellent. It felt like it was worth putting in the match. You know? It felt like it was a logical next move. It's like, right, here we go, let's go for it. I like that. Against the ropes goes TAKA. Clothesline by the great Sasuke. Belly to belly by TAKA Michinoku. 1, 2. Kick out. This deserves a this is awesome. Any old Clash pay-per-view streams come in? Yeah, there will be. There will be. I had a look to see what the recent dropkick to the back there by TAKA, great Sasuke, down in the corner. I can't answer questions right now because of this match. Every time I try to answer a question, they do something. It's so fast-paced. Scooping up. Oh, Michinoku driver. 1, 2. And a kick out. Kick out by the great Sasuke. Wow. And now TAKA going up top. Oh, jumps in the air but gets caught by a drop kick mid-air. This is such a great match. Springboard moonsault crashing down onto TAKA. Kick out. What a matchup, says Vince. Boom. Powerbomb. Lovely. Bridge in with a suplex and he gets it. Excellent. Great Sasuke. Gets the dub. Excellent. I can't even remember what I was saying. Yes, there's some great podcasts about Vader. Bruce Pritchard and even Jim Cornette's spoken on the subject. Dave's absolutely gutted. I've got to go back to school tomorrow. Thanks for helping me with the streams during lockdown. I'll tune in when I can. Hey, shout out to you, Ashley Drury. Thank you for all of the support. Look, we're backstage and they're still fighting into the side of like what looks to be a school bus. Wait, is that a school bus? Why is that there? Big strikes, look, China holding Mankind back so that Hunter can punch him in the face. Oh, we're outside. We're outside the arena. Into the... Oh, that's got to hurt. That's got to hurt. Into a load of kegs. And now he's got a spade. Smashing it across the back of Mankind. And he's putting him onto some wooden pallets, I think. Looking for a double underhook. Big back body drop. There we go. Triple H. Slumps down. Big strike to the side of the head by Mankind, and again. WWE allowed the cruiserweights to be on a pay-per-view. Who knew? It's a really great match. Uncle Dave giving it 4 stars. Still fighting. Bit of blood here as well. Triple H getting a bit of colour. Helmsley being dragged away. Boom, there we go. Vince says they've opened up a can of whoop. And he didn't say the second part. Jerry Lawler was like, whoa. Right. We are moving on. We've got just over an hour, and it is going to be Undertaker Vader next. Hello, RJ Madma. Hope you are well. Undertaker versus Vader. It's Vader time. It's time. It's Vader time. Paul Bearer not with the Undertaker now. And Paul Bearer, obviously, this is 97. He had already been with Mankind at this point. Now he's with Vader. Undertaker, I don't know how you can look in the mirror knowing how you killed your entire family. Of course, we're still building. We're still building towards the arrival of Kane. There's no Kane at this point. So before Paul Bearer goes and gets Kane, he's hanging out with Vader. Ahmed always suffers an injury. This stream is going so fast. It is going very fast, isn't it? I was disappointed on SmackDown when Nia Jax didn't celebrate like a psycho when she and Shayna retained. Daisy, is Shayna Baszler more of a wrestler than a mixed martial artist? I think she's a good wrestler. I think she can do wrestling, but she's more of an MMA fighter. Okay, here comes Vader. Coming down with Paul Bearer. I did love Vader. Vader, multiple-time IWGP heavyweight champion. Obviously, had been a big success over in WCW, but as we said, getting towards the tail end of his career at this point. And I know there were plans for him to become WWF champion. But for one reason or another, it didn't quite pan out. But he's certainly going to get an opportunity here against the Dead Man, against the Undertaker. Fun fact, Vader is the most sensitive man in real life. I love that Kane storyline. It's my favourite storyline ever, says Austin. Randy says, Canada produces the most talented wrestlers. Bret Owen, Benoit, Lance, Kenny Omega, Jericho. I want Asuka versus Ronda. That would be good. I'd be down for that, Austin. Yeah, that, I suppose in a way that would be a bit of a dream match. I think they give Ronda the win there, though. Right, the gongs are sounding. The gongs are sounding. The lights have gone out. We've seen some great actions. Triple H, Mankind still fighting. All around the arena. We've seen them fighting in the crowd, fighting outside. We just saw a 4-star match between the great Sasuke and TAKA Michinoku. And now we've got the WWF World Championship on the line. The champion, the Undertaker, slowly making his way out. Here he is. And it should be Winged Eagle at this point, which is the best belt. Crowd all on their feet. Undertaker slowly making his way down. Looking awesome. It's Retribution. I think Asuka versus Ronda would be my #1 dreams match, says Austin316. William Hensey, shout out to you. Danny saying The Undertaker. Lots of excitement for the dead man. Lights are down. We've just got like a blue light, bit of purple light in there, bit of smoke, bit of fog. Got the old fog machines working, the smoke machines on overdrive. As Undertaker coming down on his own, as we said, Paul Bearer in Vader's corner for this one. Standing and staring. Crowd really vocal for this. Loving the dead man. Do, 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 do. There we go. Arms come up, lights come on. Straight away, Vader. Vader gets startled. Immense. Immense. Winged Eagle and 1980s IC belts. Thunder Rosa versus Charlotte would be epic. That would be fun. The red lights on the ceiling look like red eyes. Oh, I didn't notice red lights on the ceiling. Didn't even see them. We've got, I haven't even mentioned, there's around about 12,000 people in attendance. The championship belt around the waist of the dead man. I love it when they wear the belt. It's a belt, so wear it. There's too many people that come down with it on their shoulders now. Look at Paul Bearer, what's he doing? Looks like he's having a sniff of the ring apron. It's kind of like peering over it like this. He's trying to hide. And that's a hard thing for Paul Bearer to do because he is huge. Kick to the midsection of Vader, but didn't startle Vader, but those strikes will. Vader getting driven back, and the bell has sounded. Paul Bearer like this was hilarious. Love that. Paul Bearer having a little peep over the top of the ring. Against the ropes goes Vader. Clothesline. Love it when Vader hits the ropes, man. When Vader hits the ropes, he like proper leans into them. Just looks really cool. Fiend wears the belt on his head. He does. I don't mind that for him because you don't see anyone else doing it. So it's kind of unique to him. It's something a bit different. I'm cool with that. But that was cool. Undertaker came down and took off his entrance tie. And when he took it off, it was there around his waist. And it looked awesome. It's a belt. You wear a belt. Everyone comes down with it like this now on their shoulders. It's like, have it around your waist. Days, did Stampede Wrestling do pay-per-views? Do you know? I don't know. It's a really good question. I'd imagine they did. You can watch... No, you can't. You used to be able to watch Stampede on the network, but Brett, I think, got in touch with Vince and was like, you don't own it. I think you'll find I own it. So they had to take it down. So, yeah, you can't watch any Stampede Wrestling anymore, which is such a shame because that's obviously where Brett started. It's where Owen started. It's where Dynamite Kid used to wrestle. And it was a promotion that ran for many, many years. I mean, I'm just looking on their Wikipedia. Started in 1948 and it finished in 1984. And then it started again in 1985 and finished in 1989. And then it started again in 1999 and finished in 2008. I never knew that. I never knew it ran all the way up to 2008. But, well, there we go. Stu Hart owned it all the way up to 1984, and then the Hart family managed to get it back. It was part of the NWA. It ran long time. It was a major promotion. You know, like how WCCW was in Texas, and Florida Championship Wrestling, and Mid-South, and AWA, and Jim Crockett. You know, all of those territories. Well, Stampede was one of them. It was one of the it was the territory in Canada. Massive territory. So, yeah, I should imagine that, well, they definitely had big shows, but don't know about pay-per-views. I'd imagine they did. Right, anyway, I can tell you this match, what did Dave give it? 3.25 stars, this one. 3.25 stars, so he's saying this is just a little bit better than what we saw from Triple H and Mankind, and I really enjoyed that match. And I can tell you that the main event tonight gets 4.25 stars, making it one of the best ever WWE matches. Anything to get over 4 stars by Dave for WWE puts it as one of the best ever. There's a sign in the crowd that says NWO for life. Someone in the crowd has got an NWO sign. Amazing. There's no wrestlers in my country of Bangladesh, says Miss Parul. Shout out to you. Vader's downfall was due to Shawn, that had a go at him, cussing and swearing during their matches at SummerSlam 96, and Vader wouldn't stand for it. Yeah, I know Shawn didn't want to put him over, and there was a falling out between Vader and the Clique, and that kind of ended the plans for them to put the title on him. But I know that there was a few health issues as well. So it was just like really bad timing, backstage politics. Down goes Vader. Undertaker off the top, going for the cover. 1, 2, kick out by Vader, but it was a bit nonchalant. Just a little bit nonchalant. Eva Marie couldn't lace Rosa's boots. Actually, she probably couldn't. Legit, she probably couldn't. Brian Cook, shout out to you. Hope you are well. Thank you for the support, my friend. Undertaker outside the ring, stalking Paul Bearer. Paul Bearer backing up, like, whoa! I hope he falls over. I hope he trips over. That would be funny. Big strike by Vader from behind. Days, I'm Bengali by ethnicity. So one of my people from my ethnic homeland. Very cool. Undertaker down. Vader attacking from behind. Look at the smile on his face. Paul Bearer very pleased with himself there. Undertaker getting up to his feet. Getting into the ring. Vader grabbing Taker. Nice uppercut. Big strikes right to the throat here. But, oh, man. All 3 strikes coming right in at the throat by Vader. And now he's pounding away on Undertaker. Boos raining down. William Hensey, shout out to you. We'll get the voiceover guy reading.
William Hensey is a legend. They donated $20 via a super chat. My dream match for WrestleMania is Eva Marie vs. Lana for the women's title. Smiley face.
Shout out to you, William. Thank you for the support. The man in the chat as well. Shout out to you, the man they call Vader. My dream match for WrestleMania would be Eva Marie versus Lana for the women's title. You are literally the only one. Okay, Vader looking for a suplex. Randy says, will we do a Collision in Korea watch along? It's not available. As far as I know, it's not on the WWE network. So there's a few pay-per-views that are missing, and I believe that is one of them. 1, 2, shoulder up by Undertaker. Will you do Fantasy Premier League for this season? Yeah, I'll take part in it. I'll probably put a team in, yeah. I do it every year, so I haven't got around to doing it yet. But, yeah, the season starts next weekend, doesn't it? Undertaker with the black teardrop as well. He's not the only one, says Wrestling Day. Okay, there's 2 then. Mr. Rotella says, Eva Marie for Hall of Fame 2021. There's a lot of love for Thunder Rosa on the stream today, which is understandable considering how great her match was last night. But crowd really getting behind Undertaker as he's really firing some shots into the midsection. Look at them strikes! Wow! Properly unloading on Vader. Big uppercut as well. Vader firing a shot back. Vader was driven back. Big clothesline. Down goes the Undertaker again. Big sign in the crowd for that says Brett rules. Lots of signs for Brett and the Hart Foundation. Of course, that's our main event still to come. The next match, the last match after this. This is for the WWF Championship. Big strikes in the corner. Lovely looking strikes by Vader. Going left hand to the body, right hand to the head. Gets blocked by the best striker in the history of WWE. I've never seen anyone throw strikes as good as the Dead Man. Really unloading on Vader again. There's been a lot of striking in this, actually. He's got Vader by the throat. Vader with a low blow. Why didn't he disqualify? That's a DQ. Finish him off, says Paul Bearer. Undertaker getting back up, but he scoops up Vader. He's got Vader. No. Oh, it's a bit of a botch, but into a pin. No, kick out. It looks like Undertaker was going for the tombstone, and then I think Vader was meant to get a tombstone, but they both kind of fell down, but they saved it by turning it into a pin. Into the corner goes Vader. Back elbow by Vader. Vader charging over. Down goes Undertaker. Yeah, he's in a position for a Vader bomb. Instead, though, he wants to work on the midsection. Driving an elbow. Is he going to go for that Vader bomb? I think he is. I'm guessing he's going to miss it. He's going for it, though. Here we go. Middle rope. Undertaker sets up. Vader hasn't seen. He doesn't even go for it. Oh! He just got punched right in the in his big Van Vaders. Choke slam off the middle rope. And now Undertaker covering Vader. 1, 2, shoulder up. Vader did a Roman. Vader had some pretty lethal strikes himself. I agree. They look really good, don't they? Would you rate this on the Ooga Booga scale between 1 and 10? I think this is very enjoyable. I would give it maybe about 6.5, 6.75 on the Ooga Booga scale. Trini, shout out to you. says WWE fans, AEW fans, NWA fans, New Japan fans were all talking about Thunder Rosa today. She really shined. Now he's got Vader. He's got him in a tombstone. Boom! Connects. Gotta be so careful there, because Vader is not a little guy. So when he's dropping him down, that's a lot of weight coming down. So you've got to be extra careful as to where his head is. Got to make sure he doesn't slip at all. But Undertaker, tombstone in Vader, getting the 1, 2, 3. Undertaker retaining that winged eagle. They do love him in Calgary. They love him all over the world. Paul Bearer standing on the entrance stage, looking super sad. And Undertaker just staring at Paul Bearer. It's over, yeah. Who else remembers when Vader had a cameo on Boy Meets World? I've never seen a single episode of that show, but I have seen that cameo. I think, didn't OSW Review use it in one of their shows? I think they did. I think that's where I've seen it. It's time to get Kane, says Butter Spark. Well, he's definitely, you know that Paul Bearer's definitely thinking about it at this point. Well, yeah. True story, Vader farted when Taker tombstoned him. There we go. Breaking news. I remember that cameo, says Austin. One more match. One more match. We're an hour gone. We've got 48 minutes left. 48 minutes. And it's been a really enjoyable show. And we've got the main reason why we're all here today, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next. They're showing us some more shots of the weekend. LOD. Stone Cold. Shamrock. Goldust. Hello, we've got a video package. Vince calls it a 10-man melee. There we go. Full-fledged brawls are breaking out everywhere. I mean, there are a lot of factions around at this time. A lot of factions. There's LOD. Stone Cold. I mean, you can see that we are really starting. Boom, look at that chair shot. Yeah, you can see we're really planting the seeds, as we said, for the Attitude Era. I actually think I prefer this era, right? This bit, I prefer this to the Attitude Era. This kind of just pre-Attitude Era. This main event is fantastic. I love the crowd during this match, says Mr. Rotella. What about the time when Kane hit Vader with the big wrench, says 49ers Empire. Dave in real life says, what's Lana gonna do? Now she can't do TikTok? Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, no. She must have burst into tears. I wonder if she did a sad TikTok. One last sad... Have you ever seen that one that's on social media of the girl that's crying? And I don't know what she's crying for, but there's a girl that's crying and she's doing this really sad TikTok. And she's in tears. And I don't know what it's about, but I love that clip. She's doing this dance routine that she's rehearsed, and she's like crying and everything. I don't know. I don't know what. I'd love to know the backstory. Here's Goldust. Look. Wow, I'm just wondering if Lana's going to do something like that. Lana crying as she does one last TikTok. Ken Shamrock, look at him. Killer. LOD, what a team. LOD, one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Ken Shamrock, legit one of the baddest men in the world at this point. Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I suppose the odd one out's Goldust here. Oh, what a rush. Here we go. Doc Hendricks. All please rise. For the Canadian national anthem. Who? Farmer's daughter? I never hear their national anthem. Oh, Canada. It's nice. I don't know who these are, though. They're like a poor man's Dixie Chicks. And they're not called Dixie Chicks now, I read the other day. I think they're called the Chicks, aren't they? They're like a poor man's Chicks. I like what they've done. One's ginger, one's blonde, one's black hair. So you've got, you can pick. We've got ginger farmer daughter, blonde farmer daughter, black hair farmer daughter. I would sing along, but I legit don't know it. They do in the crowd, and they are loving it. There we go. Oh, Canada! 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 Yeah! Love Canada. Syrup. Ice hockey. Politeness. Love it all. We got the Fink in the ring. I've only just noticed the Fink is wearing a cowboy hat. Okay, we got Ralph. Ralph's here, guys. Ralph's here. Wreck-It Ralph in the crowd. Helen and Stu Hart. The patriarch and the matriarch and the crowd going crazy. Aren't these the Maple Leaves? That would be a nice name. Canada, Canada, Canada. Crowd are crazy, man. Here's so after all of that Canadian goodness, here comes Goldust. Boo! Got a bit of pyro for Goldust. Vader never got pyro. I didn't think they had pyro at this show because Vader came out and he was like, ah, and he looked like a monster. And you would have expected some, and they didn't give him anything, but Goldust gets it. I love Goldust music. Okay, Marlena is still with Goldust at this point. She's a super mom. She's a super lady. Stone Cold. He'll be on his way. You know Vince isn't going to want to give him a big push, Adam Cole. Yeah, I mean, I understand that Adam Cole might not be high on Vince's list, but I think, we've spoke about this before, I think there's some talent that Vince just can't hold back. He couldn't hold back Daniel Bryan. He couldn't hold back AJ. Apparently, AJ wasn't scheduled to be on Raw the next night after that Royal Rumble appearance. Vince brought him in, but didn't expect the crowd to react the way they did, and the crowd lost their minds. And as a result, it's like, okay, well, let's put him on Raw. And it's the crowd. The crowd made that difference for AJ. The crowd made AJ what AJ became, not Vince. The crowd made Daniel Bryan what he became, not Vince. And I genuinely believe the crowd will do the same for Adam Cole. People love Adam Cole. People love the whole baby. And the whole Undisputed Era, and I think he's going to be absolutely fine. LOD have come down with their spikes, of course. And here he comes. Kind of a muted response. He is getting some cheers. Steve Austin talking some trash as he makes his way down. There is a Stone Cold sign in the crowd. Yeah, kind of a mixed reaction here for Stone Cold. The crowd will support Adam Cole. Who did Shamrock face in the Lion Den match? He faced Owen Hart. William Hensey says, let's be honest, Canada really isn't that great. Okay. Good luck with that. I love Adam Cole. He's the greatest wrestler ever, says John. Right, so the baby faces have come out. And here's Pillman. Brian Pillman getting a crazy response. Yeah, man, people loving him, Brian Pillman. He's not even Canadian. He's from America. Let me double check that, but I'm sure he's American. Yeah, he's from Ohio. Right, here's Jim the Anvil. Nah! Nah! Jim the Anvil Neidhart. This is the real deal. A well-stroked beard. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Yes! Look at that. Bulldog's here with Mrs. Calgary on his arm. Dun 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 dun. Britannia, Britannia rolls the waves. The European champion, the British Bulldog with Mrs. Calgary. Is that a thing? I've heard of like Miss World. Is there a Mrs. World? Is there a Mrs. World? I've never even thought about that. They have a Miss World, but do they have a competition for ladies that are married? Is there a Mrs. World? Mrs. World. Let's have a look. Who? What? There is? Mrs. World is a beauty pageant for married women that was created in 1984. Wow. Well, who cares about married women? I do. And it ran in 84, 86, 87, 88, 89. Then, for some reason, disappeared till 95. Then it came back in 99. And then it's been pretty steady since 2000. Current reigning Mrs. World is Caroline from Sri Lanka. Unfortunately, Diana Hart has never won Mrs. World. Breaking news. Right, Bret Hart getting his entrance. There we go. I've learnt something today, and I hope you have as well. Owen Hart, yeah. Wrestling Days fan, shout out to you. The Hitman coming out and the crowd going crazy. There is a sea of maple leaf flags, says Vince. It is a red hot crowd, man. This feels like a big, big event. It feels huge. This feels like it's a faction war. This is to decide who runs WWE. Sort of. In my head, it is. So cool. This crowd, man. Such a great crowd. Caroline from Sri Lanka. Yeah. Caroline from Sri Lanka. Do you know her? She's current reigning Mrs. World. I'm not lying. Don't know. He gives his glasses to his mom. I'm going to see if I can find a picture of Caroline. So I'm sensing that that's exactly what people want. Caroline Jury. She's married. Just throwing it out there. That's not a great picture. That'll do. Bret Hart is super cool. I did not expect to be looking for a picture of Mrs. World, but here we are. I found a picture of Caroline, guys. Big strikes coming in. We're starting off with Bret Hart and Stone Cold. There she is. I was tempted to get a picture of Linda, but I thought, no, I'll show you the real Caroline. Who is the real Caroline? She is. Look at that. I never knew there was a Mrs. World competition, but there is. Boom. She looks lovely. I'm sure everyone that took part is lovely. Big strikes in the corner by Bret. Stone Cold spins him round, though, firing in some strikes of his own. We are well underway. Sticking up his fingers to the crowd. Hart into the corner. Clothesline, down goes Stone Cold. Just think of what could have happened if Bret had stuck around. Would have been so interesting. Would have been a lot better than him going to WCW. Days, do you prefer Raw or SmackDown right now? I prefer SmackDown. Do you think All Out, not that it was great, was ruined by too many gimmick matches and that awful Hardy fall? The match should have been stopped. Yeah. I also think that some of the matches were just dynamite quality. I think a lot of the matches just failed to get going. And I don't know if... I mean, like, even the FTR Omega Page match, which I said was about a 5 out of 10. I was like, it's a dynamite quality match. I was expecting, like, something much better. But FTR, I think it was Cash, went onto Twitter. We spoke about it last night and said 1-star match, 6-figure salary. So even he acknowledged that the match wasn't that great. It wasn't a 1-star match, but even he acknowledged it didn't live up to expectation, you know. And that was one of the better matches on the show. I love the fact that we're starting here with Bret and Stone Cold. You know, we're just getting straight into it. We're getting stuck in. Against the ropes goes Stone Cold, looking for a Bronco Buster. Eric, shout out to you. Kick to the midsection. Gets the ropes, goes Stone Cold. Clothesline by the Anvil, but he misses. Thez press. By Stone Cold, down goes the Anvil. In comes Ken Shamrock. Look at this meeting. Look at this. Jim, this is a match I never knew I needed, but did. Jim the Anvil and Ken Shamrock. What? There's a sign in the crowd that says, "What's kayfabe?" Oh, a kick by Ken Shamrock. Down goes the Anvil. Shamrock with an ankle lock. That brings in Pillman. And every time someone steps in from that Hart Foundation team, the crowd lose their mind. The best way to describe it is it's like a BTS concert. And every time a new member comes in, it's like we're being introduced to a new member of BTS. And the crowd are like, ah! They're standing hard. Hart Foundation stands. Against the rope goes Shamrock. Looking for a hip toss. Couldn't get it, Anvil. Lovely little roll through, though. Is that a calf crusher? Whatever it was, he couldn't hold on to it. And the Anvil tags in Pillman. I love how Diana Hart is sitting in the crowd. She's got a tiara on. Talking of Diana's, Princess Diana was still alive at this point, so never forget. Chris says, I agree. I'm a big AEW fan. The show was poor. There was a lack of fans, which really hurts AEW. I would say, I said that I stayed up quite late and read a lot about it. Did you know that a lot of the crowd were actually saying that the humidity was so high and the temperature, it was that hot that it was draining the life out of them? Like, the crowd weren't able to, you know, really get into it and be enthusiastic. I love that from Pillman. Pillman grabbing the arm of Ken Shamrock and actually slapping it down and, like, trying to make out as if he's tapped. He was like, he's tapping. Cheeky. That's cheeky from Pillman. Lovely work. Down goes Pillman. Big strikes coming in by Shamrock. This is the highest rated match on the show tonight. This gets 4.25 stars. Belly to belly suplex by Shamrock. Pillman going over to the corner. In comes Owen. BTS member Owen. Ah! And he's in there against Goldust. Who did great, actually. Dustin Rhodes going to get an opportunity at the TNT title on Wednesday at the time of recording this. Deserves it. Won't win it, but deserves it. Into the corner goes Owen. Big back body drop by Goldust. Kick to the midsection. Enziguri by Owen Hart. 1, 2. No. We've only got, what, 20 odd minutes left? This is so much fun. Owen in there with Goldust. Just saw a couple of people sneaking by outside the ring. A couple of technicians trying to hide. Big strikes coming in by Goldust. What are they chanting? I think they are so loud. Were they chanting F him up? I couldn't make out what they were saying. It sounded like F him up, F him up, F him up. Hawk with a slam and a big strike. Hawk in there with Owen. Hawk going over to the corner. Owen, 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 Owen. And big splash by Hawk. Kick out by Owen. Against the ropes goes Owen Hart. Drop kick by Hawk, but Owen Hart actually stayed against the ropes. Animal comes in. Double axe handle. Tag is made. In comes Davey. Yeah! Another big cheer. Standing vertical. Boom. Hawk goes down. 2. Kick out by Hawk. It did wait. Yeah. JR says that just woke everyone up in the UK. We weren't asleep. We weren't asleep. Boom! Running power slam. Goldust comes in. Bulldog tags out. In comes the Hitman. Yeah! Another cheer goes up. This is so good. The crowd are just taking this match to a different stratosphere. They did so well, WWE. I mean, I think, you know, meeting all the fans and everything, doing a little bit of extra work made a massive difference. Clothesline, down goes Animal. Hitman in there with Animal. Speaking of Hearts, thoughts of Teddy Hart, such a waste of a talent, such an athletic and innovative guy, but seems to have too many demons, personally. I think you've said it all. I agree. So Goldust in there with the Hitman right now. They were chanting Owen Hart. Canadians don't curse. Oh. No, I didn't think they were cursing. I thought they were chanting flip him up. Flip him up. Flip him up. Oh, they won't curse. I think they were chanting please flip him up. Thank you. Please flip him up and thank you. Please flip him up and thank you. Sorry. 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 Kicks. Look at this. Tree of woe. Tree of woe, and it really is a tree of woe for Goldust. Oh, it's all breaking out. They're all stomping a mud hole into Goldust. Davey guarding whilst the rest of the Hart Foundation were kicking away. Goldust slumps down. Isn't it crazy to think? I mean, look at this. This is 23 years ago, and we watched him wrestle last night. Think about that. Just take a moment to think about that. We watched him wrestle last night. The man that's in the ring right now. Bring back the Lion's Den match. Sonny says, flip, flip, flippity flip. Yeah. Big kicks coming in by Animal. Against the ropes. Lovely spinning heel kick. Crowd really into that as Owen Hart goes up top. Animal pops up. Missile drop kick by Owen Hart. Kip up by Owen Hart. Lovely. John says I've got to go back to school on Tuesday. Against the ropes. He's caught him. Powerbomb. Powerbomb to Owen. David says, do you remember Shamrock's matches with Blackman and the one at Fully Loaded? That's a great pay-per-view for a stream. That's a good shout. Yeah, they were great. Hard hitting. That's a good shout. Fully Loaded, 99. I can't remember the rest. Can't remember the card. But I do remember it being a very fun pay-per-view. Anvil in to break the cover. And again, we've got All Out War. All Out War. We've got Stone Cold dragging Owen to the corner. Smashing his leg into the ring post. Austin grabbing that chair. Boom. Oh, hello. Stu, is that Stu? No, I thought it was Stu. Again, wrapping Owen's leg around. Brett comes round to make the save. Stone Cold goes down. Stone Cold managing to crawl away. Bret Hart checking on Owen. And saying he's hurt. I do like this because it does feel like a war. You know, Bret is shouting to the rest of the troops, he's hurt! He's hurt! Owen down on the outside. They're having to check on Owen. It looks like he might be out of the match. But I do like that. You can tell there's a lot of strategy in this. Both teams trying to get an advantage. It's a grudge match, so it really matters. It's not just like, you know, on Raw or SmackDown where they just throw random people together. It's so good. It's so good. Bruce Hart getting involved, yeah. Strikes in the corner by Stone Cold. Man down. We need to regroup, says Dave in real life. Monica King, shout out to you. Oh, I can see some bum. I can see some bum. And a stunner to Pillman. Oh, there's been a little bit of nudity there, guys. I'd like to apologise on behalf of the WWF. Bret Hart now grabbing Stone Cold, wrapping Stone Cold's knee around the ring post. And again. So good. Everyone's on their feet for this. Everyone is on their feet. What's he got? Fire extinguisher. Is that silver? Why is it silver? What's a silver fire extinguisher? I've never seen a silver one. Weird Canadians. And he's looking for a figure four. Yeah, look at that. Figure four. As Stone Cold's legs were wrapped around that ring post. Stomping away. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? See people enjoying it in the chat. First time that we're watching this on the channel. We've never seen this match on the channel before. Long time since I've seen this match, actually. Long time. Nice slam by Hawk on Davey Boy. Got a couple of referees that have just come running round. Think they're checking on Austin. Davey takes Hawk's legs away and he goes crashing down on that top rope. Thrown into the ring. Stone Cold really selling that injury. Really selling the damage that Bret Hart has just done. That's a big loss to that team if he's out. That's a big loss. Clothesline, down goes Hawk, look, and Stone Cold seems to be walking away. Both teams down to 4 guys each. Gotta say the advantage is with the Hart Foundation now. Yeah, Austin already had an injured knee. 4 on 4. We're down to Animal. In there with Jim. Look at this. Animal and Jim the Anvil. Powerhouse versus Powerhouse. Absolutely awesome. It's kind of like, I don't know, what would you compare this to? Big E and Otis, maybe? Big E versus Otis these days. This is the Big E versus Otis of 1997. Neidhart getting up, kicks to the midsection, driving Animal back, tags in the Hitman. Neidhart, setting up Bret to drive the elbow. 1. Just a 1. 1 count. This feels like a War Games match. Oh, man, could you imagine if they'd have done it in War Games? Oh, this would have been perfect for War Games. In comes Ken Shamrock. Shamrock has got Bret. What's he going for? Ankle lock. Pillman has had enough of waiting. Pillman didn't want to wait around. I love that. Shamrock was hesitating. Pillman comes in. Clothesline. Now Bret has got the advantage. So good. We are down to 15 minutes. Just 15 minutes left. Into the corner goes Bret. Loves that bump, doesn't he? Taking it chest first. He loves that. If there's one thing Bret loves, it's that. Big strike by Shamrock. Yokozuna earthquake. Undisputed Era versus Shield for War Games would be fire, says Wrestling Days fan. TJ Young says, I'm watching the 96 Rumble. Shamrock is allowing Brett to get up. He wants to fight. Fist fight, but they lock up. Knee to the midsection by Brett. Strike across the back. Over to the corner. Smashes Shamrock's face into Pillman's boot. And he hurls Shamrock to the outside. Pillman. You can see Pillman. Pillman is the X Factor in this match. What I love about Pillman is he is not allowing this match to slow down. When Shamrock was in the ring and he's grabbed Brett and he's waiting and hesitating, Pillman gets in and he's like, nah, clothesline, down you go. When Shamrock's thrown to the outside, it's Pillman that just jumps down and starts... I mean, look at this. It's broken out into a big war outside the ring now, but that was started by Pillman. Lovely snap in the ring. 1, 2, Goldust breaks it up. We got fighting out the ring. We got the match continuing in the ring. Now we got Hawk going after Pillman. Davey Boy coming in. Big strikes to Shamrock. Davey Boy bigger than Shamrock here. Look, Shamrock back in the corner. Big right hands coming down. Shamrock slumping down. Did he stick the middle fingers up then? Stomping away on Shamrock. Shamrock, one of the most dangerous men in the world, had been all over the early UFC shows. UFC, I think, started in 93. Shamrock had been all over those early shows. And obviously, he'd continue with MMA. Clothesline there by Goldust. But legit, so dangerous, Ken Shamrock. But even UFC influence being felt here in 97. Bulldog by Goldust, hitting a bulldog on the bulldog. Looking for the curtain call, but again, who comes in? Brian Pillman. Brian Pillman racing in. Love it. Love it. Brian is flying, says Dave in real life. It sucks that Owen injured Austin's neck during their match. Yeah, of course, it would be at this SummerSlam, wouldn't it? SummerSlam 97. Looking for a superplex. British Bulldog has got Goldust up in the corner. And hits it. Big superplex. Davey Boy won. No, didn't even get a 2. Hawk was in. Back down comes Stone Cold. Hobbling his way down. Don't know how much he's going to be able to do, but he's back. He's reaching for the tag. So they're back to kind of full strength. 4.5. As Stone Cold was limping his way back down. Tag. In comes Stone Cold. In comes the Hitman. We're right back where we started. Driving Brett into the corner. Big kicks into the midsection. Sticking the fingers up. Bret Hart, chest first, into the turnbuckles for the second time. Boom, suplex. 1, 2, kick out. So good. WWE Fan 14, shout out to you. Stone Cold. June says that was 458 pounds of weight that the Undertaker had to tombstone. Tell you, gotta be so, as we said, so careful because you've got to really. He could slip so easily. I would understand if there was a few nerves around that tombstone. Big guy, Vader. Sleeper hold by Brett. Sleeper hold by Brett. A stunner, but you couldn't really get it. It was a stunner, but it wasn't quite out of nowhere. Here we go, getting up to his feet. So we're still in there with Stone Cold and Bret. Bret against the ropes. Going round the back. Takedown. Stepping through. Going for the sharpshooter. Animal coming in. Clothesline by Animal. I'm surprised that Pillman didn't stop that. But Bret's down and you can hear the boos. Animal stands on the edge of the ring as the crowd boo away. And now Stone Cold. Stone Cold putting the sharpshooter on. Here's Owen. Here's Owen. Owen's come back. Breaks it up. The crowd losing their mind. Owen's back. It's 5-5. So good. In comes Owen. Big strikes. Against the ropes goes Stone Cold. Kick to the face. Clothesline. Owen goes out the ring. How long we got? We are down to 8 minutes. 8 minutes. We need a "This is awesome" chant. This is awesome. Bruce again getting involved. Oh, he's grabbed Stu. He's grabbed Stu. Don't grab Stu. Stu's a killer. Oh, don't mess with Stu. The whole Hart family right now. I'm telling you, in a minute, Diana Hart's going to jump over. She's going to start smacking them with that tiara. Owen gets it. Owen rolls up Stone Cold. Whilst all this action is happening outside the ring, Owen grabs Stone Cold. So, the bell has sounded. The match is over, but all, in the words of Vince McMahon, all hell has broke loose. They're ringing the bell. No one's listening. Oh, I love that. I love that from Jerry Lawler. He says they're coming in from the stands. We've got cops in there. Those cops look weird. Those cops have got, like, grey trousers. JR says we've got security. There could be some fans. We've got the Hart family. There's a borderline riot. Look at this. Both teams, Stone Cold on the outside. That just exploded. The second that he touched Stu Hart, that thing just kicked off. Don't touch Stu. Either Stu's going to kill you, or Canada will. There we go. Look, they've taken the high ground. The crowd are cheering because the referee is holding up Bret Hart's hand. Austin, frustrated, as Ken Shamrock, LOD, walking away. They're being ushered away by the security. The music hits as we've got Hart Foundation in the ring. Big smile on Bret's face. We've never witnessed anything like this before. Stu Hart said Haku was the most intimidating man he had ever met. Did he? I never heard that. Mounties are awesome. Are they Mounties? They don't look like Mounties. There was a distinct lack of red. Camera just looking at Owen. Owen looking a bit down. Is that Stone Cold with a chair? Stone Cold with a chair? Stone Cold come back in on his own? The rest of his team have gone, but Stone Cold wanted to get a little bit more. That rattlesnake is not afraid of anything. JR really putting over. It's lovely to hear some enthusiasm in JR's voice. It's been a while. Austin sucks. Austin sucks. Austin sucks. Thank you. Austin sucks. Thank you. Austin sucks. Thank you. The polite Canadian fans. Austin sucks, but maybe he doesn't. We're not sure. Thanks for listening. Security are handcuffing Stone Cold. You deserve it. You deserve it. I'm surprised the Canadian fans aren't chanting, let him go. He's learned his lesson. He's cursing, he's spitting, he's kicking. Pillman getting a few kicks coming into the head. Is that Pat Patterson? Yeah, Pat. Look at this, Stone Cold, handcuffed, being led away. As things are being thrown, look, things are being thrown, and as drinks are being thrown at Stone Cold, he's making sure they can see that he's sticking his fingers up at them. He doesn't give a damn. Look at this. The match ends with Stone Cold being handcuffed and led away. There's Stu Hart. Look, are they going to help Stu into the ring? This is so freaking good. This is so good. That they're helping Stu. Stu at this point in his early 40s. Getting into the ring. There's Mrs. Calgary as well. Dun, Stu Hart in the ring. The legend. The grandkids in there. So good. I wish they'd do something like this again. I don't know how they would do it or who they'd do it with. But at least they did it. Diana giving Brett a hug. What's it going to be like on August the 3rd at SummerSlam? Owen, is that Owen's little boy? I hope so. Otherwise, he's stolen someone's little boy. We'll say it's Owen's. It is a celebration. Brett's son. So the whole family in the ring. They're going to put... Yeah, Helen's going in. Helen, 37. That's gotta be Kane. Yeah, Helen, 21. 21-year-old Helen getting into the ring. Who are these people? American fans make me sick. Ah! Shade! Shade being thrown. American fans make me sick. They didn't say anything bad about British fans. Shout out to you, Canada. Yeah, like that. I don't even know what that means. I think it means we're close. Brett rules. For some reason, he decided to put 2 T's in Brett. Brett might rule, but your spelling doesn't. Dun-dun. The Canadian Stampede. Get your... and that's the end of the show. Boom! Get your scores in for In Your House. Canadian Stampede. What a show. That is the show that I needed. Mr. Rotella says USA, USA, USA. Let's not start a war in the chat. Nightmare's mum, shout out to you, my friend. Sunny Wolf cheering for Canada. She doesn't look a day over 21. No, she looks good for her age. I think she uses oil of Ulay. Danny gives it a 6. Sonny gives it an 8. Sean gives it a 7.75. Future Compilations gives it a 7.75. 8.75 from John. 8.9 from Mr. Rotella. Richard with a 9. Dave with an 8. Jason with an 8. Brian with a 7.91. Imtiaz with a lol. Austin 316 with an 8. Randy with a 6. Wrestling Days fan with a 0. Why a 0? How? 9, 8.75. Sunny Wolf with an 8. RJ Madma says, I'll give it an 8. 49ers Empire gives it a 10. Jesse with a 1. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's gone on. I think for some reason you've tuned into a different show. I'm going to give it an 8. But you telling me that I suck gets a -1,000. 9 out of 10, says Michael. 8.95, says Butterspark. Monica says, I wasn't here for the whole show, so not applicable. Was you late, Monica? That is so not like you. -6. 7. Kane is going to debut at October 97. Edward Brown, shout out to you. Chalmers says he gives it a 0 because he didn't watch it. That makes a bit more sense. I'm going to say this was... I'm feeling... That is such good... That main event is one of the best matches in WWE history. I mean, I'm going to say, like, top 100. It's so good. So good. And then, like, the great Sasuke Michinoku match was really great. I really enjoyed Triple H Mankind. I think for me, the Undertaker Vader match was probably the worst match, if I'm being honest. Dave said it was a touch better than the Open, but I don't know. I'd probably switch them scores around. I'd probably say that the first match was 3.25 and Undertaker Vader was probably a 3. But it's really solid, so I'm definitely in the 8s. I'm gonna go with an 8.25. Feels right. 8.25. I think that I would have liked to finish for the first match, but I do like the fact they were brawling all over the place. And I would have just liked maybe a little bit more in that Undertaker Vader match. Main event, I don't know that I can fault. Main event was pretty much perf. So, very, very enjoyable. Very enjoyable. Imagine being late to a day stream. Imagine if I was late to a day stream. Like I was yesterday. I did mess up yesterday. I set the time wrong. I set it as 10 o'clock. And I, for some reason, thought I'd set it as midnight. So I was working on a video completely oblivious to the fact that the stream apparently had already started. So, lol. So I can't really... I would apologise, but I'm not sorry. So, yeah. And honestly, the last thing yesterday's stream needed to be was longer. I can't wait for a boring Raw tomorrow. Oh, I think Raw will be alright tomorrow. I know that it's not been the best in recent weeks, but they need to start some new feuds. We've got to start some stuff. Keith Lee's getting a bit of momentum. I know that Raw's not as great as SmackDown. So I think if you go into it expecting it to be okay, I'm not expecting a disaster. I'm expecting it to be okay. I'm expecting something good with Keith. Retribution seem to be Raw focused now. So, yeah, I think there'll be a couple of things. We've got to start getting some answers with Retribution. They need to make Retribution interesting again. So, hopefully they start doing that tomorrow. But we'll have to wait and see. Days, when do you sleep? Oh, I had quite a bit of sleep today. In fact, the majority of today I've been asleep. I really got some good sleep. I was late going to bed, but then when I did, I managed to get some good sleep. So I'm feeling awake right now. I'm feeling really good right now. But we do need to wrap this up in a minute. I am going to be working out the members only prediction thing. That's my next job. So I'll be doing that. I'll probably have a quick look at the wrestling news, just see if anything's happened the past couple of hours. Because you know what wrestling news is like? It waits for no one. So I'll probably have a cast my eye over that and work out the predictions game thing and yeah, see what else is going down. Thanks for a great stream. Thank you, Austin. Raw needs a bit more star power, says Eric. Monica King, shout out to you. Who is on the card? What for Raw? Not sure. I can have a quick look if you want. I don't know that anything's announced. Let's have a look. Raw preview. No. Not that I can see. The Raw preview is still for last week. So no Raw preview up yet. I can't remember if they have made any matches though. Don't think so. Well, we'll find out soon, won't we? We'll find out soon. Oh, do you know what is today? Oh, I'm so watching that. The Jerry the King Lawler Broken Skull Sessions, that dropped on the network today. That was Sunday, that was today. Oh, I'm watching that, man. I love the Broken Skull Sessions interviews with Stone Cold are normally really, really good. And Jerry the King Lawler is one of the biggest legends in the history of wrestling. I mean, he's one of the all-time great champions, pretty much the man in Memphis wrestling. You've got the whole Andy Kaufman thing, and obviously when he first came into WWE and his feud with Bret. I mean, he's been in WWE for, nearly 30-odd years. 27 years, is it? So, yeah, wow. That'll be good. So I'm going to check that out tonight. Right, and that is it, my friends. We are done. Thank you to everyone that joined this little stream. It was completely off the cuff, completely unplanned. Just wanted to do something as a little palate cleanser. I just wanted to watch a really fun show. I think that was a really good pick. I hope you enjoyed it as much as what I did. And as we said, we will be back tomorrow. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. And hopefully see you again next time. Bye for now.